Audience, welcome back. This is day 2 of Bootcamp Zero. Okay, and today we are discussing attention and perception biases. Yes, previously I have given you some little small introduction of attention and perception bias, right? We are today going deep into the not six. I think there are so many different varieties I have. So let's learn, and also my recommendation for you that you should watch this video in 1.5x or 2x, okay? Because sometime i'm I'm literally very slow when I'm explaining something, okay? So yeah, let's go. So attention and perception biases. Today we dive into the three attention perception biases. One is availability heuristic, okay? Second is salience bias, and third is von Restorff effect, okay? These are the sneaky shortcuts your brain takes when deciding what to notice, remember, or believe. Okay, so our brain acts like a nightclub bouncer, okay, selecting which information to let in while filtering out distractions. This cognitive process shape our experiences, influencing our memory and decision making. Let's get deeper. So the first one is availability heuristics. So yeah, the color is good, right? Maybe I can use the yellow. This might be better. Yeah. So availability heuristic, okay? What is it? We judge how likely something is based on how easily examples come to our mind. Okay, the availability heuristics suggests that people rely on immediate examples that come to mind. Okay, so like whatever exists, whatever information you have already in your brain, okay, leading to biased perceptions of risk or frequency. You have some perception issue based on your biases, and these biases are made by your own thinking, the kind of environment you are living, the kind of information you have in your brain. Okay, like everyday scenario, like when news reports widely cover a plane crash, individuals may irrationally perceive air travel as more dangerous despite statistics indicating otherwise, and historically low accident rates. Like in the plane crash scenario, there are so many very dangerous crashes, but the thing is that in terms of statistics they are very low, but in terms of dying from simple bike accident or car accident, is the statistics are very high. Okay, and the next example is that a e-commerce site, like maybe I have some examples here. Maybe I have nothing. I have to look for the examples. No worries. So one example can be an e-commerce site shows review like this. This product saved my life. Like in e-commerce site, they use these kind of phrases, right? So even if only a few people wrote that, those dramatic reviews stick in your head. Okay, like some influencers also um, you know pamper specific products, like influencers who are selling you protein powders, right? Protein protein powders. So they have inclination toward one brand, two brand, three brands, yeah, right? So this is the particular availability heuristics. Okay, so the implications are that this cognitive shortcut affects decision making and risk assessment, showing that memorable experiences can skew our understanding of reality, influencing choices and behaviors significantly. Now the thing is that I also have an analysis of like psyche, how the psyche when it comes to the availability heuristics, like our brain are wired, right? This is, if this is our brain, so our brain is wired for survival, not statistics. It is not based on facts or logic majorly. Okay, we learned this through the evolution. In the wild, if you remember a story of someone getting eaten by a tiger, you had avoid the jungle, right? And even if it only happens one time. Okay, so the availability heuristic is basically our brain saying, if I recall it quickly, it must be common. Okay, whatever he can recall, it must be common, like it is a common sense for him. Okay, like for example, everyone who wear red color is dangerous people. Okay, everyone who wear red color t-shirt or pant are, all of them are dangerous people. Okay, so for him this sense is very common. Okay, for him everyone who is wearing this kind of t-shirt, this color t-shirt, they are dangerous people. Okay, so like mass thinking, like people overestimates risks that are dramatic, right? Like shark attacks, right? And underestimate risks that are boring but deadly, like car accident or even heart disease, right? Heart disease. So that how big brands use it, in terms of like big brands, what they do and how they use it. Okay, like news media, they highlight rare but shocking events because they know you will think it happens more often. Okay, like, and also the insurance company, yeah, insurance company, they also use this, right? Like ads show dramatic accidents or floods, making you feel this could happen to me, so you buy coverage. Even tech products like Apple, right? Apple shows one powerful story of a person's life saved by Apple's watch heart monitor, right? That particular watch heart monitor, and that single story is more persuasive than 1,000 data points. So this is a example of heuristic, availability heuristic. Okay, then the next we have is emotional connection. What I said, like thematic, yeah. So these are the popular examples, like trust signals, emotional connection, dramatic reviews. I already given you the example here. Okay, so yeah, we go forward to salience bias, right? Salience bias. Can you see the image? Just by looking at this image, you can understand what I'm talking about, right? So the salience bias is, we focus on what stands out most. Okay, not what is most important, not what is most important, but what stand out the most. Like our brains are like magpies, okay, attracted to shiny things. Okay, like our brain is like designed like a bee who is just looking for a flower. Okay, what can stand out in this particular image, in this whole screen, you are going to look for the specific things which is standing out for you. Okay, it can be a mistake, it can be something different. Okay, so if I go forward here, right, like visibility, in terms of visibility, this button you can see easily, this particular person have the highlight the most, like, so attention, salient elements often overshadow less prominent details. So you are in a meeting, one person wears a bright red shirt, while everyone else wears gray. Later, when recalling the meeting, you remember the red shirt more than what was actually said. That's salience bias. You remember this guy because he have different color clothes other than the whole mass of people. Design and marketing, like on a website, one giant red buy now button grabs our attention more than the small text about shipping fees, right? You notice what's loud, colorful, or unusual. Okay, so salience bias is why headlines screams in bold, why thumbnails are colorful, and why warnings use red. It's not about importance, it's about visibility. If it pops, it sticks into your brain. Okay, so yeah, am I having one more example here? Because I always look for something to actually give you, like in terms of psyche. Let's go into that too. Yeah. So, like the salience bias. Humans are visual hunter. Okay, we are all visual hunter. So, and our ancestors survived by spotting the every single thing, like the red berry in a green bush or the predator moving in tall grasses, right? Like if you look for the vision of a any like heron, the wildebeest, or any vegetarian praise. Okay, their eyes are not bent like us. Okay, they can't see a orange tiger. Okay, they don't have that ability to see a orange tiger. Okay, this is not a good representation of a tiger, but you can understand, right, what I am saying, that this is a tiger. Your eyes are built like that. Okay, you can easily perceive the orange color in this green grass. Okay, but a wildebeest, a buffalo, okay, they can't. Okay, they don't have that kind of vision when it comes to figuring out, like they can see it as green. Okay, so this is the thing. And yeah, salient bias is your brain saying pay attention to what's loud, colorful, or unusual. So crowds are drawn to spectacle, the loudest voice, the brightest ad, the most shocking headline. That's what gets remembered, even if it's not the most accurate. So how brand use it? Like for example, Coca-Cola. You know, Coca-Cola. Their red branding dominates shelves. Even if Pepsi is right next to it, Coke color scream louder. Coca Cola. Coca Cola, yeah, the red color, right? The red color. So that's the thing, guys. YouTube thumbnails where bright colors, exaggerated faces, bold text, all designed to hijack salience bias. Okay, like you crazy YouTube thumbnails. Okay, like this, you know, crazy experience, expressions, right? This catch your brain. Yeah. So yeah, these are the things which I was talking about, the salience bias. Okay. So yeah, next is von Restorff. Do I have another example of salience bias? No. Okay. So we can move forward to von Restorff. Okay. So the von Restorff, what is it? Von Restorff. Remembering the odd one out. We remember the thing that's different from the rest, similar to the previous one, salience bias. Okay, we remember the things that's different from the rest. If everyone looks the same, the odd one shines like a spotlight. Here in this example, like this word, this word, this word, but this is the one which is shining out the most. So you are reading a list of grocery and you are having this thing as in your perception. So like on a pricing page, three plans look similar, but one is highlighted, right? And you will see it very far away. This words, yeah. Ah, I made it through AI. That's why some words are not good, but somehow everything is fine. Yeah. So yeah, you can see what is different, right? So this is the analysis that the von Rostov effect is why designers highlight CTA, call to actions, why teachers bold key terms, okay, and why marketers make one option stand out. Our brains are wired to notice the misfit. Okay, So for example, let's go to the board and let me give you the example. Yeah, so our brain, let's come to the brain. So our brain loves pattern. Okay, it loves the pattern, right? So and it also love to break the pattern. Okay, the odd one out feels special, so we remember it. Like the that thing doesn't belong, better remembered it just in case. Okay, if things are not belong here, like there are so many carnivorous animals like a T-Rex, lion, you know, like even an insect, spider, mantis, right? A crocodile. But here is one particular animal which can be a peacock. Okay, a peacock. You will see it. You will see the pattern. You just want to question like why this thing exists in between of these dangerous things. Okay, so people remember the unusual kid in class, the one weird ad in the Super Bowl, or the one product that looks different on a shelf. How big brands use it? Okay, like pricing pages. SaaS companies highlight the most popular plan in a different color box. Guess which one you remember and choose. Like their plans. No, the by the subscription plan, ah, UI UX, right? So shopping by images. Okay, so yeah, these are the example. These are the mock-ups, that's why they are not going to get stand out. But yes, these are the examples. Like the red color is going to be stand out. Yeah, this one is better. Okay, some UI UX is just not good. Yeah, this one is the example of one Restorff effect. Okay, like Apple ad in a sea of boring computer ads. Apple showing a dystopian scene with a woman smashing a screen. It stood out. If you have watched the movie also. Okay, so this is the thing. Like how masses think. Like availability, in terms of availability, I already told you that if I keep hearing about it, okay, if I keep hearing about it, it must be true. So it is something to do with my ears. If I keep hearing about something, it must be true, because this is changes my bias. Salience is that if something stand out in front of my eyes, okay, then it's different. And also similar in von Rostov, that if it is different, it must be special. Special and stand out. Okay, so this is why crowds panic over rare events, chase flashy trends, and remember the one unusual thing in a sea of sameness. Okay, so these are the things, guys. And yeah, I think I don't have anything to tell you. Question assumption. Okay, uh, I also have maybe a example of to actually use it. Like implementation, something related thing. I must be figuring out that. Yes, I have it. I have it, guys. I have it. Leveraging biases. No, 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 not right now, because I want to tell you something to actually apply. Okay, where to apply? Apply. Give me the apply. Hmm. Yeah, this one. So like you can apply this thing by training your eyes. Train your eyes for understanding all these three principles. Okay, like first one is on the perspective level. Like next time you feel afraid of something, if you feel afraid of something, just ask, am I judging this because it's common, or just because it's easy to recall? Okay, this is the thing that you have to figure out and write it down. Sometimes have this habit that what are the things I always have this bias around it. I have some biases around it, like fear, what I fear the most. It can be a cockroach, it can be a lizard, it can be a snake, okay, whatever. Based on your region, based on the environment you live in, you will have some kind of fears, okay. So write it down, guys, write it down, because these kind of thing actually shaping the way you are buying stuff, okay. The next is that netbook level. Okay, write down 3 times, not 3 times, but write down 3 things. Okay, this week, when you notice something just because it stood out or was unusual based on one Restorff effect. Okay, was it actually important for you? Was it something very, necessary? It's based on need, based on your requirement on the present time. Okay, just ask yourself, like this is going to help you to make your goals clear, okay. This is going to help you to have a proper vision. This will help you to actually create a plan, okay. This kind of thinking. So yeah, the implementation level, when it comes to a designer or a marketer, use availability heuristic, right? Highlight vivid testimonials or case studies. Use salience bias. Make your CTA button bold or contrasting. There are so many things you can do. Like I already showed you the subscription plan, and also use one Restorff, like make one pricing plan or feature visually distinct, right? So these are the stuff, and the upper part is already I told you. Okay, this part is I already told you in the example in the sideboard itself. That's why I skipped it. Okay, so yeah, these are the 3 main starting point of our journey, okay. And this is, we are going to learn the cognitive biases in very deep, okay. This is just a 3 example. I'm just starting the day, okay. And yeah, there are so many things, like this is the attention and perception bias example. So today we had learned 3. Tomorrow I am also going to tell you 3, and maybe in the next day I will tell you either 4 or 5, and this way we will grasp everything under attention and perception bias, okay. So yeah, and this way I'm just signing off, guys. And yeah, so today we learned everything about availability heuristic, von Restorff, salience bias, and these are the first 3, okay. Let's go, guys. Tomorrow we will continue with contrast, contrast effect or framing effect, okay. Contrast effect or framing effect, and also the halo effect, okay. These are the stuff we are going to learn tomorrow, okay. So yeah, remember this mantra: keep it simple, build it bold. Bye bye, guys.